Hey everybody, it's Dave here from Dragonhill Games, and that is right, I am back after a long hiatus. In this video, we are going to open a couple of the brand new pre-release kits from Innistrad Midnight Hunt. Really awesome, really looking forward to this set. I love the old Innistrad blocks, they are amazing. Of course, one of my favorite cards ever, Liliana of the Veil, coming from the original Innistrad set. So really excited to be getting back to Innistrad. Cool looking werewolf on the back of the pack there. All right, let's see what we get inside here. I'm assuming this is laid out like a typical pre-release kit. So here's our Innistrad Midnight Hunt dice. Hope you can see that well in the camera there with the Innistrad symbol on it. Of course, that is a regular spin down this time. And you always get, of course, so it's typical pack layout. So we're going to have 6 packs of Innistrad and then, of course, 1 promo card. So we'll open this up and see what is inside of it. Brand new angel, it looks like, from this set. So we have Lyessa, Forgotten Archangel, 1 black, 2 white, and 2. She's a legendary creature, angel, a 4/5 with flying lifelink. And whenever another non-token creature you control dies, return that card to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. If a creature an opponent control would die, exile it instead. Maybe a brand new potential commander there. And then, of course, this set brings us back to day and night with a lot of the flip cards. So here's just a little reminder info card about how day and night works. And I guess you can use that sort of during your game to represent whether it is day or night. Pretty awesome. And then, of course, we're going to have some token cards that you can kind of just write on there, whatever flip card happens to be in your deck. Okay, so let's kick things off here. I'm not going to go through the commons and uncommons too much. I'm sure there's going to be lots of box opening videos out there, so you will get plenty of opportunity to see those. However, let's just have a look at some of the uncommons from maybe the first couple of packs. All right, so we have a Storm, a Kirk, a Blood Thief, pretty neat. Okay, a Cathartic Pyre, and then a Mystic Skull, a new artifact that's 2 mana. You can pay 1 and tap it to add 1 mana of any color, and you can pay 5 and tap it to transform it. Of course, on the other side is Mystic Monstrosity, an artifact creature. It's a construct that's a 5/6, and lands you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color. I see some definite commander potential there. So here is our first rare. We have Galvanic Iteration. 1 red, 1 blue. It's an instant. When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy, and it has flashback for 3. Pretty sweet. Ooh, I do love the basics in this set. Man, they look cool, eh? That sort of black and white, evil, sort of rotten looking, awesome forest there. And the you probably can't see it all that well in the camera, but hopefully you can kind of get a look at that. But the sort of border around the outside really jumps out. It's not actually raised, but it kind of looks like it's raised there right on the card. And then we have our first foil, an Overwhelmed Archivist. Okay, let's maybe get a look at some of these tokens. Ooh, that's an interesting looking human. Big jack-o'-lantern over his head, and then yes, one of those cards that you can write on whatever your flip card happens to be. All right, into the next pack. Yeah, this would have been actually a decent start for a black-white deck, I think. Okay, here we go. Flip the switch. I love some of these names, as always. They're getting really creative these days with the names. We have Jack-o'-lantern. Awesome. Consider this is one of the best new cards, eh? It's really questionable about whether this or Opt is better. I still haven't really decided, and I think foils of this coming out of this set are probably going to be worth a pretty penny, being that it'll be the first opportunity you get to get one of these foils. But yeah, pretty cool card there. Sort of, we'll have to see after some play testing sort of what one ends up in more decks, whether it be that or Opt. Here we have a Moon Silver Key, and then a Grizzly Ghoul, followed by a Covetous Castaway. And our next rare is Old Stick Fingers. Love it. Love the name. A legendary creature horror. Feels like that should be a tree folk. Really, really interesting. Okay, and then we have one of these new looking planes. Okay, awesome. Sweet to get a first look at those awesome new basics. And then we do have a tree folk token. Some interesting stuff in this set. Some of these tokens lead me to believe that we're going to be getting some really awesome cards. If you can make Tree Folk tokens, I think you're probably doing all right. Okay, next pack here. Bat Whisperer. All right, there we go. We have Plummet. It's a pretty regular one. Evolving Wilds, always good to have in the standard format. Unblinking Observer, Deergraph Horde, Candlelit Cavalry, Candle Trap, Moon Ragers Slash, a Mounted Dread Knight. Ooh, that's a cool looking card, right? There, that's pretty awesome. A Bird Admirer, Reach and Daybound. It's a 1/4 for 3 mana, a human archer werewolf. And on the other side, we have a Wing Shredder, Reach with Nightbound. It's a 3/5. So really cool looking card there. I love some of the art that they've come out with lately. Okay. Ooh, Hostile. Right. A mythic land from the set. So you can tap it to add a colorless mana. You can pay 1, tap it, sacrifice a creature, put a soul counter on Hostile. Then, if there are 3 or more soul counters on it, remove those counters, transform it, and then untap it. Activate this only as a sorcery. And on the other side, it's the Creeping In. It's a horror construct 3/7. Whenever Creeping In attacks, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of creature cards exiled with Creeping In. And you can pay 4, Creeping In phases out. Pretty cool looking land there. I do like that. And again, I'm sure we're going to see that in many a commander deck. Okay, there is a mountain. Cool new zombie token and another one of those. All right, 3 more packs to go. I like this set. This would have been a good pre-release kit. Yeah, I think it would have been black, white, definitely with that promo and some of the other stuff that we've had so far. Okay, we'll start getting through this a little bit faster here. Eaten Alive, love the names. Festival Crasher. Okay, there is a Shady Traveler. So here's another one of these awesome new alt art sort of flip cards with Stalking Predator on the other side. Fading Hope. Here we have a Rite of Oblivion, an Overwhelmed Archivist, and Rem Carollos. Stalwart Slayer. Okay, so I have a feeling this guy's going to be pretty decent. 1 white, 1 red, and 1. So in the Boris colors, we have a legendary human knight. He is a 2/3 with flying and haste. If a spell would deal damage to you or another permanent you control, prevent that damage. Ooh, exciting. If a spell would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage +1 instead. I have a feeling that is a very new, awesome potential commander. And then we have a swamp. So far we've gotten 1, I believe, of each land. We're only missing the island. Yes. Okay. A couple more packs to go. We'll see if we can get a look at one of these new islands out of one of these 2 packs. The card quality seems really good. I will say that so far from what I see. Hedgewick's Mask, here we go. Locked in the Cemetery, horrible, horrible feeling there. Burn the Accused. Hungry for More. Delver of Secrets, so it's interesting that this is back, right? I mean, printed in the original Innistrad block, here we have Delver of Secrets. 1 blue for a human wizard, he's a 1/1. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library, you reveal that card. If it's an instant or sorcery card revealed this way, transform him. And then we have a 3/2 flyer on the other side. So really nice, sort of aggressive, 1-costed blue card. Made a huge splash in standard and some modern decks back in the day. Here we have a Croaking Counterpart. And then we got a Mountain. Okay. Last pack. Like I said, I feel like this was a pretty decent pre-release kit. Let's have a look at this card here. Oh, my piles are a disaster as usual. Geez, you can tell I haven't been making videos for a while. All right, let me straighten this out here. Okay. Back to our pack. We have a Dawnheart Rejuvenator, a human warlock that's a 2/4 for 1 green and 3. When Dawnheart Rejuvenator enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life, and you can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. That particular one does not transform. Here we have a Blood Tithe Collector, okay, a Storm Skrillex, interesting, and a Purifying Dragon. Smoldering Egg as our rare, so 1 red and 1 for a 0/4 defender. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a number of ember counters on Smoldering Egg equal to the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. If Smoldering Egg has 7 or more ember counters on it, remove them and transform a Smoldering Egg. On the other side, I'm sure we're going to have a big dragon. Yes, Ashmouth Dragon. A 4/4 flying, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Ashmouth Dragon deals 2 damage to any target. Pretty good. Then we got a Plains and a foil dual for dominance. All right. I'm just going to straighten up my piles here and we'll get on to our second pre-release kit. All right, we are back with our second kit. Sorry about my voice dying off at the end of that last kit there. Wow. I managed to get myself a drink, take a break for a second, collect myself, and hopefully we can finish off the rest of this video without my voice dying on me. Jeez. Okay. Let's see what we're going to have in here. By the way, here is a code if anybody wants to use that for Arena. Okay, got our promo. There's a little divider, our 6 packs. Have a look at our promo here. Looks like it's definitely a flip card, so we'll see what we got. All right, so we got a Mythic. Cool. Ormondal the Corruptor. It's a legendary demon, a 6/6 with flying, trample, and lifelink, and you sacrifice another creature and draw a card. That, okay, and on the front side, so that was of course the back side, we have Jaren, Corrupted Bishop. 1 black and 2 for a legendary human cleric. He is a 2/3, and whenever Jaren, the Corrupted Bishop, enters the battlefield or another non-token human you control dies, you lose 1 life and create a 1/1 white human creature token. You can pay 2 to have target human you control gain lifelink until end of turn, and at the beginning of your end step, if you have exactly 13 life, you may pay 6 mana, 2 black and 4. If you do, transform him. Of course, we have the Corruptor on the other side. Pretty interesting. Okay, let's get into our packs. Yeah, I don't know how often that's going to play. How often would that play? I feel like that's... maybe there's a way to make him work. I guess we'll see. Vivisection, we have a Brood, a Weaver, a Devoted, a Graph Keeper, then Can't Stay Away. So 1 black and 1 white for a sorcery. We return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains if this creature would die, exile it instead, and we can flash it back for 5. Seems pretty decent. There is a forest from the new basic lands. Okay, still haven't seen an island, so I would like to get one of those out for you guys. Hopefully we get one. Flip the Switch. I do really love the names on these. I'd also like to see a foil consider, yes. Rite of Oblivion. There we have an Outland Liberator, so 1 green and 1. She's a 2/2 human werewolf. You can pay 1, sacrifice Outland Liberator, destroy target artifact or enchantment. That's pretty interesting. And then it is daybound with Frenzied Trapbreaker on the other side. A 3/3 werewolf, pay 1, sacrifice Frenzied Trapbreaker, same deal, destroy an artifact or enchantment. And whenever it attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player controls. Seems pretty decent. Might end up in Selvala. Here we have Unnatural Growth. 4 green and 1 for an enchantment. But at the beginning of combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. And that's the beginning of each combat. So of course that includes your opponent's turns. Oh, interesting. That's a really nice looking foil there. So there's a Shady Traveler. It's only a common, but man, that's a cool looking foil. I do like that. It's always awesome to see these foils when they're flipped too. It's like getting 2 for 1 on your foil. All right, here we go. Pack number 3. Okay, Siege Zombie. So what are you guys planning on doing for your pre-release this weekend? You know, I always ask this in my videos. We're back to having pre-release in our store. So of course we have, restrictions with all social distancing and all that kind of stuff, but it's really awesome that we can play tournaments again in the store. Pithing Needle got a reprint in this set, so I'm sure most of us are familiar with that card. It's really awesome to see more of those get into the Magic universe. But yeah, let me know in the comments section below what you're going to be doing. Are you going to make it out to a pre-release? Do you guys like this set? I'm really actually looking forward to the vampire side, the Crimson Vow. I think that's going to be pretty awesome, but I do really like werewolves as well. Here we have Denic Pious Apprentice, 1 blue and 1. It has lifelink. Cards in graveyards can't be the target of spells or abilities, and it has Disturb. For 1 blue, a 1 white, and 2, you can cast this card from your graveyard transformed for its disturb cost. And on the other side, we have Denic Pious Apparition, a legendary spirit soldier that's a 3/2, has flying, and when 1 or more creature cards are put into the graveyard from anywhere, investigate. This ability only triggers once each turn. If the Pious Apparition would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. Okay. Ooze. 2 more packs to go. Still haven't seen an island. That's kind of weird, isn't it? I mean, I guess it's only 12 packs, but I feel like, should have maybe seen an island by now. All right, here we have a Bird Admirer again, and then an Ominous Roost, a Deergraph, a Rebirth, a Flame Channeler. How good is this guy? Human Wizard, a 2/2 for 2. When a spell you control deals damage, transform it. What do we get on the other side here? An Elemental Wizard, that's a 3/3. Whenever a spell you control deals damage, put a flame counter on Embodiment of Flame. 1 mana, remove a flame counter from Embodiment of Flame, exile the top card of your library, you can play that this turn. That seems okay. I think this is going to likely get some standard play. Here we have a Sagardas, a Splendor, so 2 white and 2. It's an enchantment. As it enters the battlefield, note your life total. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card if your life total is greater than or equal to the last noted life total for Sagardas Splendor. Then note your life total. Whenever you cast a white spell, you gain 1 life. Interesting. Still a forest and a bird token there. Got that sort of Edgar Allan Poe feel to that bird art. Interesting. All right, last pack. Let's see an island. When have I ever said that? I want to see an island out of my pack. A basic island. I'm sure I'm going to get it in the comments for that one, but I really do want to see it. Okay, here we have a Sludge Monster. 2 blue and 3. It's a creature horror. It's a 5/5. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, put a slime counter on up to 1 other target creature. Non-horror creatures with slime counters lose all abilities and have a base power and toughness 2/2. Okay, interesting. We didn't get an island out of all these packs. Ugh. All right. Well, why don't you guys let me know what you think of this set? If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button. It really helps me out. And we'll see you again soon for another Innistrad Midnight Hunt box opening video. Bye for now.